For over 2 decades, Yamaha's MotoGP identity was built around one legendary machine, the Inline-4 YZR-M1. It powered champions, defined Yamaha's racing philosophy, and delivered some of the most iconic victories in the sport. But in 2025, that era ended. Starting in 2026, Yamaha will abandon the Inline-4 and switch to a V4 engine, one of the biggest technical gambles in modern MotoGP, and a move that could redefine the team's future. The engine that defined an era. When MotoGP transitioned into the 4-stroke era in 2002, Yamaha fully committed to the Inline-4 engine configuration. At the time, other manufacturers were experimenting with V-shaped engine layouts, believing they could unlock greater power and acceleration. Yamaha engineers, however, believed their design offered something just as valuable: balance, smooth power delivery, and exceptional cornering stability. For many years, that philosophy proved successful. The Yamaha YZR-M1 quickly earned a reputation for its agility and precision. Riders frequently described it as one of the most intuitive motorcycles on the grid, a machine that allowed them to push right to the edge of performance while still maintaining control and confidence. A crucial innovation arrived in 2009 when Yamaha introduced its cross-plane crankshaft design. Unlike conventional inline-4 engines that fire at evenly spaced intervals, the cross-plane configuration created irregular firing pulses. This improved rear tire traction and delivered more predictable throttle response, allowing riders to apply power earlier when exiting corners. The engine also produced a distinctive sound that became instantly recognizable to MotoGP fans around the world. The combination of smooth handling, predictable power delivery, and improved traction helped Yamaha dominate several eras of MotoGP competition. Legendary riders such as Valentino Rossi, Jorge Lorenzo, and Fabio Quartararo all relied on the Inline-4 YZR-M1 to achieve championship success. Over the years, the engine became responsible for an extraordinary competitive record. Yamaha's Inline-4 machines accumulated 125 Grand Prix victories and 352 podium finishes, while also helping the manufacturer secure 8 Riders' Championships, 7 team titles, 5 Constructors' Championships, and 5 prestigious Triple Crown. For many fans, Yamaha's Inline-4 engine became more than just a mechanical component. It represented a racing philosophy built around balance, finesse, and precision. But in MotoGP, technological progress never slows down. And over the past decade, the sport has evolved faster than Yamaha's traditional approach. The rise of the V4 revolution. While Yamaha stayed loyal to its Inline-4 engine, the rest of the MotoGP grid moved in a different direction. Ducati led the shift, proving how powerful a V4 platform could be with explosive acceleration and higher top speeds. Soon, Aprilia, KTM, and Honda were all racing with V4 engines, leaving Yamaha increasingly isolated. By the early 2020s, Yamaha was the only major manufacturer still using an Inline-4. When Suzuki left MotoGP after the 2022 season, Yamaha became the last team on the grid with that configuration. At first, the YZR-M1 remained competitive thanks to its incredible corner speed and smooth handling. But as MotoGP technology evolved, with advanced aerodynamics, ride height devices, and new tire behavior, acceleration became more important than ever. This is where Yamaha began to fall behind. Compared to the aggressive torque and power of V4 machines, the Yamaha struggled on corner exits and long straights. Ducati soon dominated the championship while Yamaha's wins became rare. In fact, Fabio Quartararo's victory at Sachsenring in 2022 stood for years as Yamaha's last MotoGP win. Clear proof that something had to change. Why Yamaha decided to switch. Yamaha's move to a V4 engine wasn't a sudden decision. It came after years of testing, analysis, and growing evidence that MotoGP had evolved beyond the strengths of the Inline-4. Modern race bikes now depend heavily on advanced aerodynamics, ride height devices, and aggressive acceleration setups, technologies that favor more compact engine designs. This is where the V4 has a clear advantage. Its tighter layout allows engineers to centralize mass, improve weight distribution, and create more space for aerodynamic components and exhaust systems. Most importantly, V4 engines deliver stronger torque, giving riders better traction when accelerating out of corners. In a championship where races are often decided by acceleration and corner exits, Yamaha realized the Inline-4 had reached its limits. To stay competitive, the team concluded that a completely new engine architecture was the only way forward. Inline-4 versus V4. Both engine types can produce similar peak horsepower, but they deliver power in very different ways. Inline-4 engines are known for their smooth, predictable power delivery, allowing riders to carry high corner speed and change direction quickly. This is why Yamaha bikes traditionally performed so well on flowing circuits like Phillip Island and Mugello. V4 engines, however, focus on raw acceleration. Their compact design and stronger torque pulses help the rear tire gain better traction when exiting corners, especially with modern aerodynamic downforce. The layout also improves weight distribution and braking stability, while different vibration patterns allow engineers to tune chassis flex for better grip. In simple terms, switching from an Inline-4 to a V4 doesn't just change the engine, it changes how the entire motorcycle behaves on track. Testing the new V4 prototype, Yamaha approached the V4 transition cautiously, focusing on careful development rather than rushing the project. Throughout 2025, the new engine was tested extensively in private sessions before being introduced during actual MotoGP race weekends through wildcard entries. Test rider Augusto Fernandez raced the prototype at events including the San Marino Grand Prix, Malaysia, and Valencia. At San Marino, he finished 14th, earning the V4 its first championship points. The results were modest, but the goal was data, not victories. These races allowed engineers to study how the bike performed in real conditions, traffic, dirty air, braking battles, and extreme heat. Each lap provided valuable insights that helped Yamaha refine electronics, engine braking, and chassis setup, slowly shaping the future V4 platform. Riders' reactions. Despite the promising progress, Yamaha's riders have been honest about the prototype's early challenges. Fabio Quartararo, the team's leading rider and 2021 world champion, tested the V4 prototype during sessions at Misano. His first impressions were cautious rather than enthusiastic. According to reports, the most noticeable issue involved the front-end feel of the motorcycle, an area where Yamaha bikes have traditionally excelled. Quartararo's riding style depends heavily on precise feedback when entering corners and maintaining stability through the middle of the turn. The new V4 platform, still in early development, did not yet provide the same level of confidence as the familiar Inline-4 machine. Other riders also mentioned concerns regarding braking stability and overall chassis balance. However, Yamaha engineers emphasize that these challenges are normal when introducing a completely new engine architecture. The current prototype is deliberately running below its full power potential, while engineers focus on perfecting handling characteristics and electronic control systems. Once the chassis platform is fully understood, the team plans to gradually increase the engine's performance. A crucial season ahead. For Yamaha, the first half of the 2026 MotoGP season may determine whether the V4 project succeeds or fails. Another critical factor is the future of Fabio Quartararo. The French star's contract with Yamaha runs until the end of 2026. If the new V4 project fails to demonstrate competitive potential, rival manufacturers could attempt to recruit him. To strengthen the project, Yamaha has also expanded its rider lineup through its partnership with the Pramac team, bringing additional experience and technical feedback into the development program. The manufacturer is clearly investing significant resources into rebuilding its MotoGP competitiveness. But in racing, investment alone does not guarantee success. Only results on the track will determine whether the gamble pays off. What do you think? Will Yamaha's V4 bring them back to winning races, or is the Inline-4 era truly impossible to replace? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more MotoGP deep dives.